So what's the purpose of writing your CV correctly? What's the purpose of having a killer CV? That's a good question. We've established that your CV is your marketing brochure, that marketing yourself is about attracting employers. So the purpose of a CV has got to be very, very well defined. A lot of people, when I ask them about the purpose of the CV, I hear answers like, it's to get interviews, it's to find a job, it's to showcase what we can do. Yes, but no. There's actually a very scientific approach to this. The number one purpose of a CV is to be found. Just found. Because every time you're going to put your CV on LinkedIn, job portals, you're going to apply to a job, it's going to go into a database, and recruiters are not going to open every single CV. They're going to put in some keywords. We will talk about this. They're going to put in some keywords, and if your CV doesn't have these keywords, you're never going to be found. So forget about even being read. If you're not found, the adventure stops here for you, okay? It doesn't even start. The second purpose, once it's been found, it's to be read. There's a few things that could cause a CV to not even be read, although it's coming up in the search results. If I receive a CV myself and I see that the email address is sugardaddy@hotmail.com, I found the CV. Fine, it's been found. I could click and open it, but I won't. Because it just doesn't look good. If the first thing I see on LinkedIn is a picture of someone who has a couple of beers in clubbing or in a bar on LinkedIn, or with his dog on LinkedIn, not happening. I'm not going to read that CV. So you see, all of these elements have to be taken into sequence. First to be found, and then my purpose is to be read. So what is exactly catching people's attention immediately that could trigger either a decision to enter the shop, to read the CV, or to say, no, what is that? That's weird. Move on. Okay. And finally is to trigger a call to action. So if it's been found, if it's been read, the third and final purpose is to trigger a call to action. A call to action could be an email or a phone call from an employer or recruiter. If it does these three things, you do have a killer CV. You see, I'm not talking about a nice looking CV. I'm talking about what makes a killer CV. A killer CV is the one who passes those three tests: being found, read, and then trigger a call to action. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video course. Now, how do you know that actually your CV is not great? Well, you just have to look at your ratio. If you look at the number of times per week your CV is being found or viewed by employers, then you can actually have a sense of, hang on a minute, do I have the right keywords? Am I being found or not? So if you go on LinkedIn, you can actually, even in the free version, on the free account, you can actually have a look at how many people have been looking at your profile in the past 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And with a killer CV, people have to find your profile all the time. It's the same rule with job portals. When you register your CV on job portals, well, is your CV being found by employers? And a lot of job portals offer what LinkedIn offers, which is a view on how many people have found your CV and read your CV. So the number of times per week or the number of times per month is going to give you a very good indication about whether your CV is being found or not. To give you just an example, if you tell me, oh, actually, Hamza, on LinkedIn, there's at least 2 people that look at my profile every month, I'm not going to be excited. If you say, well, actually, Hamza, I've got 5, 6, 7 people every single week, and 2 or 3 of these 5, 6, 7 people are recruiters or very senior managers, they look at my profile every single week, you're on the right track. You really, really are on the right track, okay? Number 2, number of interview requests. If you're not getting the interview request, we touched upon this earlier, if you're not getting the interview request for your job applications, then this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. You're confusing activities with results, and you should immediately stop sending your job application, because you should really focus on getting job interviews. So that's the purpose of your CV, okay? If you're not getting the interview request, if your ratio is 2 interview requests for 100 job application, then you are in the right place right now. You're watching something that's going to tremendously increase that ratio. This is how you know if your CV is effective or not. Hope it makes sense. I will see you on the next video now for the first step. The first step of writing a killer CV. See you in a bit.